Welcome back. So it has been a long time since we actually made a video. So this topic is ANS, and I'll be dealing with some important points about ANS. And I would suggest you watch the entire video so that you get an idea of it. And to continue making such videos, we are setting a target of 5 likes. In case we get 5 likes, I'll continue with this because I need to know whether it's helpful. And if it is helpful, I do not hesitate to make further videos. So please do watch completely. So this is about ANS, that is autonomic nervous system, and we'll be looking at what is this autonomic nervous system. So the autonomic nervous system is autonomous, that is they are not under the direct conscious control, and it is concerned with the visceral functions such as cardiac output, blood flow to various organs, digestion also. So now moving on, we'll be looking at the drugs in autonomic nervous system. So here, looking at the drugs, they mainly produce the therapeutic effect by acting on or altering the functions of the autonomic nervous system and are known as autonomous drugs. Now, moving further, these autonomic agents, act either by stimulating the autonomous nervous system or by blocking the autonomic nerves. So now, moving further, we are looking at the PNS, that is nothing but the peripheral nervous system. So as we know, this is required so that we have a clear picture before we actually go through the topic. So this PNS, that is the peripheral nervous system, is divided into voluntary nervous system, or also known as somatic nervous system, and also the autonomic nervous system. In case you're wondering the source of these pictures, it is from various sources from the website, and I have compiled it. So here in the somatic voluntary nervous system, they have the effectors which controls the skeletal muscles. Now looking at the autonomic nervous system, we have the effectors which controls the cardiac and the smooth muscles and the glands. Now moving on to the sympathetic, that is autonomic nervous system is divided into the sympathetic as well as the parasympathetic nervous system. So under the sympathetic, which functions during an emergency, that is fight or flight. Next, it is parasympathetic nervous system, which is nothing but during rest, which functions during the relaxation. Now, moving further, we'll be looking at the classification, that is the classification of anti-muscarinic drugs. So here there is natural alkaloids, that is atropine, hyoscine, and scopolamine. Here under semi-synthetic derivatives, there is atropine methonitrate, homatropine, hyoscine butyl bromide, ipratropium bromide, tiotropium bromide. Moving on to the synthetic compounds, under this there is mydriatics, anti-Parkinsonism, and vasoselective. Under mydriatics there is cyclopentolate, tropicamide, and under vasoselective there is oxybutynin, tolterodine, flavoxate, darifenacin, solifenacin, and trospium. Moving on to the anti-Parkinsonism drugs, there is trihexyphenidyl, that's benzhexol, and procyclidine, biperidine, and benztropine. Now moving on to the anti-secretory antispasmodics, under quaternary compounds there is propanthaline, oxyphenonium, clidinium, glycopyrrolate. Now moving on to the tertiary amines, there is dicyclamine, valithamate, and pyrazapine. So in case you're finding it difficult to memorize this, I would suggest you listen to this over and over again so that it can one way is by writing it, and the other way, which I find effective, is by listening to it over and over again. So now moving on, we will be looking at what exactly is atropine. So atropine is nothing but a large, here what we need to know is that large dose, they block the effect in the vagal stimulation on the SA node and the AV junction, which leads to an increase in heart rate. Moving further, we are looking at the contraindications, that is in conditions where atropine should not be used. So here we are learning that it should not be used in case of myasthenia gravis, severe cardiac disease, that is GI obstructive disease, narrow angle glaucoma, acute hemorrhage, prostatic hypertrophy, urinary retention, pyloric obstruction, ulcerative colitis, toxemia of pregnancy, and febrile conditions. And also in debilitated patients with intestinal atony or paralytic ileus. So here we need to know some important things, and it's always good to know everything. Moving ahead, looking at the drug interactions. So it increases the therapeutic as well as the adverse effect of anticholinergic drugs such as the TCA, that is tricyclic antidepressants, as well as the phenothiazines. Moving further, looking at the atropine mechanism of action, writing it in a simple way, it's nothing but it inhibits the actions of the acetylcholine on structures innervated by the postganglionic sites, that is smooth cardiac muscle and SA and AV node. So I'll repeat again, it inhibits the action of acetylcholine on what structures? On the structure that is innervated by the postganglionic sites. So what are the sites? It is nothing but smooth cardiac muscle, SA and AV node. Moving further, we have a note that is taken, that is atropine. So you have the classes, that is it can be seen in antiarrhythmic, anticholinergic, antimuscarinic. So use, it decreases the oral secretions and also decrease in respiratory secretions, and also the treatment of sinus bradycardia, and also the treatment of heart block. It also results in reversal of adverse muscarinic effects of anticholinergic agents or anticholinesterase poisoning. And it can also be used in inhalational form to treat excessive induced bronchospasm, that is exercise induced bronchospasm. Moving further, so here all the points need to be known as it's simple. Now moving ahead, so the side effects of atropine, what we are seeing is it causes DDD. There are 4 Ds to memorize. So there are dry mouth, there's dry stools, there's dilated pupils, there's a leading to blurred vision, and also dilated bladder leading to urinary retention. Moving further, we'll be looking at atropine and hyoscine, what they do together. So we can see that they are increasing the heart rate, they are increasing the blood pressure, and possible arrhythmias and also dizziness is found. So here there's a small picture, hope you can see it. So there's eye, that is dilates pupil. There's salivary and parotid glands, that is inhibits saliva production. Then we have the blood vessels, that is dilates the skeletal muscles. Then there is the sweat glands, and next we have the action on lungs, that is dilates the bronchi. Next on heart, that is accelerates heart rate. And then we have the actions on the liver, gallbladder, and also the pancreas. So here it inhibits the pancreas, it inhibits the liver, and also it stimulates the glucose release. So these are the points to note. Now moving further, we are looking at the dose of atropine and the effects it produces. So in a lower dosage, that is 0.5 mg to 2. So here at this particular spectrum of the graph, what we are seeing is there is slight cardiac slowing and sometimes dryness of the mouth and inhibition of sweating. So slowly as we increase the dose, that is there's rapid heart rate and palpitation, as well as marked dryness of the mouth and dilation of the pupil, and some blurring of near vision. Now moving ahead, after beyond 10 mg, what we are seeing is there is hallucination and delirium or coma. Moving to the next, we have a beautiful mnemonic, that is atropine overdose concept. So here what we are able to see is hot as hair, that is increase in temperature, mad as hatter, that is confusion and delirium. Next, red as beet, that is flushed face, and dry as bone, decreased secretion and thirsty. So I repeat, hot as hair, mad as a hatter, red as a beet, and dry as a bone. Okay, so this was just a trial run. In case you like it, I'll be continuing with this. Otherwise, I'll just be providing the notes in the group. So whichever you prefer, it's good. So thanks for watching, and the expected like count to proceed was 5. So in case I get 5 likes, I'll be proceeding, so that I get to know people are interested in videos rather than the notes provided. So thanks for watching. In case you like it, do not forget to give a like. Thank you.